Hello, everybody. Welcome to Strength Training. For class today, we are going to have two circuits. Circuit number one, you're going to need a bench, a chair. You can even put your feet on the wall if need be, if that's all you have available. But we're going to be doing heels, elevated glute bridges. We're going to feel a little bit more in our hamstrings that way. We're going to be doing dead bugs, so you'll want your mat. And then for that circuit number one kettlebell or dumbbell for weighted squats. Circuit number two, we're going to be doing a single arm row. So one dumbbell or kettlebell, shoulder presses, 2 dumbbells, and then a suitcase carry or march depending on your space. And right there, just 1 dumbbell or kettlebell. So kind of make sure you've got that around, and no resistance bands today. So we're going to first start on the ground, those heels elevated glute bridges. If you are using a chair or a bench or something, try to make sure it is up against a wall, especially if that floor is slippery so it doesn't slip out underneath you. We're going to place our feet up on that bench, ideally not on the edge, but actually up on top of that bench. Knees are at 90. Knees are about hip width apart. We're going to rotate those hips, press that low back in, press through those heels, lift those hips up. You're going to feel it in those hamstrings, and lower. So we're going to do 10 of those. After that, you're going to shift back on your mat just a little bit. Knees at 90, arms at 90, toes at 90, opposite arm, opposite leg. 10 dead bugs. After that, we're going to stand on up, and if you are using weight today, weight's going to come up on your chest. Knees and toes both point the same direction, sitting on down into a nice weighted squat here. If you're not using weight, just practice that nice deep squat, keeping those knees from falling inward. So 10 of everything, starting on the ground. Get those feet up on top, knees about hip width apart, knees at 90. Rotate those hips, press that low back in, and 3, 2, 1, lift, and lower. 1, 2. Hips touch the ground each and every time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Scoot yourself back so you don't hit that bench. Coming into that dead bug. Knees at 90, toes at 90. Arms up, shoulders pulled back and down, chin to your chest. And begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Give those knees a nice little hug if you'd like to. Before you wrap yourself up and pop yourself all the way into standing. Find that dumbbell or kettlebell. If you're using that kettlebell or that dumbbell, keep it nice and close to that body, elbows locked in and down, knees and toes both pointing out. In 3, 2, 1, sitting on down, and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. 10, good. Set that down. Quick sip of water in between if you need to before you come back down to the ground. Good, get those feet up on top of your bench or your chair, whatever you're using. Rotate those hips, press that low back in. 3, 2, 1, cores engage as you press through and squeeze. Lower all the way back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, good. Scoot yourself back, nice little knee hug if you need to. Let's extend those legs out to 90, toes at 90, arms up, and begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Nice little knee hug. Pop yourself up. Going back into those weighted squats. If you notice when you're doing these, your chest is really leaning forward and you're not sitting your hips down, put a chair behind you and try to sit so your butt touches that chair. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Sitting on down. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good. Set that down. Grab a sip if you would like. We got one final time through here, or we can just switch it up into more of an upper body circuit. Feet are up on top of your bench. Rotate those hips, low back pressed in. 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower. 1, 2. And I don't care how high your hips are going. I want that core to stay engaged. So each time if you need to reset it at the ground, please do. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. You should definitely be feeling it in those hamstrings, the back of the leg. Nice little knee hug. Extend those legs out to 90. Knees at 90, toes at 90, arms up in the air. You can either hold here or move with me, and we're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Give those knees a nice little hug. Feel free if you want to roll over and do child's pose real quick before we stand on up. This will be our last time on the ground in today's class. So if you're thinking you need a little low back stretch, please do so. It'll give us a little bit longer of a transition here. Especially with doing those heels elevated glute bridges. Those are new. We were probably not engaging the core nearly exactly how we should. That's okay. It's a move we should keep practicing. Good. Transition yourself up if you have not already. Grab that weight. Lock it in nice and close if you're using it. 3, 2, 1. Sit on down. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set that down, grab some water. Take a breather. So for circuit number 2, you're going to want that chair or that bench. Ideally, if you are able to find something that is just kind of under your hip height, we are going to put a hand up on our bench as we row. So we're going to do a supported single arm row. So try to find something, maybe it's your banisters. I don't need you all the way down to the ground, but I don't need you up. So that angle may look different for you. It could even be here. I'm okay with that. We're going to do 10 single arm rows. So as we are doing these, one hand goes on the bench. The arm with the hand that has the weight in it, that leg goes back. Shoulder pulled back and down. Row your fists to your hip. Core nice and tight, straight line from your head to your tailbone. We're going to do 10 of those. After that, you can do the next move, either standing or seated, depending on the room you have in your home. Weight on those shoulders, feet either together or a slight stagger, shoulder presses. Once you've done that, I want you to grab a heavier dumbbell or kettlebell. We're going to place it in your right hand. If you are able to hold it and do a carry around your house, go ahead and do a carry. If you don't have the room, like I do, I'm going to hold in my right hand, balance my right leg. Left leg's going to march for 10. This is going to be a little bit more core intense, so if you're looking for more core today, even if you have the room, don't move, do the marches with me. So we're starting off with those rows. I'm going to move this bench so I can do both sides. So grab that weight, hand goes on your bench, shoulder pulled back and down. 3, 2, 1. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Light on those fingers of the hand that's on your bench. 8, 9, 10. But if you're noticing all your weight is on that bench, it means your core is not engaged as it should be. Other side. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set that down. Grab a weight that you're going to be using for shoulders. Once again, if you don't have room to do shoulder presses while you're standing, take a seat. Just know you may want to decrease your weight because we're taking that lower body out of it. I'm going to sit on my bench for this one. Ready? Elbows up, press, and bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those down. Shake it out. Suitcase march or carry. The weight's in my left hand. I'm balancing my left leg. Right leg marches. Shoulder pulled back and down. 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set that down. Shake it out. Going back into those single arm rows. Find that bench, that chair, something that's elevated for you to set your hand on. Leg is back, same side that has the weight in that hand. Shoulder pulled back and down. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch arms, switch legs, maybe switch sides of the bench, depending on what it looks like. Shoulder pulled back and down. And row. And release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out. You've got those shoulder presses. You can either stand or sit. Weights up. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That core nice and engage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Suitcase march or carry. Up to you which one you're choosing. Weights in my left hand, right leg's gonna march. And 3, 2, 1. Lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Flop it over. Flip it over, I should say. Don't flop it. Shoulder pulled back and down. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Quick sip of water if you would like it before we go into our third and final round here. Once you've had your water, make your way over to your bench. Grab that weight that you're using for your rows. Step that foot back. Hinge at those hips and row. And release. 1, 2. Fist your hip as you're rowing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, flip on over. In 3, 2, 1. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Get your weight ready for those shoulder presses. Weights on those shoulders. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. If you're not using those for that suitcase march, feel free to get those out of the way. Are we ready? Weights in my right hand, left leg's gonna march. We're up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out. Switch sides. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set that weight down. Take a little breather. We're going to end with a little bit of balance, so feel free to pop your shoes off if you would like. I'm going to move this bench out of the way. Okay, so for our first one today, I'm going to get my timer up and running. We're going to go right leg balance, arms out, touching that chest, alternating here. The higher that knee goes on the leg you're not standing on, the more challenging it is. It can go backwards. What I don't want is really us putting our legs together to form one. I'd rather have you tap that toe every once in a while. So you've got 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Good. Maybe this isn't the time that you look at the video. So you want to try to find a fixed point. Maybe you can lift that knee a little bit higher if you're feeling stable. Good, we've got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. We're gonna go to the other side. And 3, 2, 1. We're up. Same exact move. Remembering to breathe. Use that core. Good, you're doing great. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. Final thing, feet underneath us, put yourself next to a wall if you'd like. Slight bend in our knees. We're gonna do 15 calf raises. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're up and down. 1, 2. Remember, we're not going up so high that those ankles start to buckle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Awesome job. So you guys, thank you for joining me for strength training. We started on the ground with some core and lower body, and then we moved that up to upper body and core. Until next time.